Now, I haven't really talked in great detail about censorship in Korea, not about like political censorship, censorship of entertainment, but right now I want to talk about self-censorship. A lot of the reason that Korea is a very generally friendly society, a very social society, and very safe society is because of how strong self-censorship is. There's a concept called Aronson. This refers to kind of keeping a peaceful atmosphere between everybody. As you can imagine, Koreans like to keep things positive between each other, especially in group situations, so that no one feels awkward, there's no real confrontation. This also works out regarding age differences, that whoever's the oldest gets to decide what's going on, and the youngest is the most passive and listens to the older person. These relationships help preserve Aronson. There's also the concept of nunchi. Nunchi is hard to describe. It refers to like these little expressions or tics or some kind of vibe that people give off that shows how they're really feeling. A blatant example would be someone says hello every day in the morning and then one day they don't say hello, so it's clear that something's going on with them, so you take the cue and you don't bother them that day. In Korea, nunchi is a lot more subtle, but people learn how to pick up on it. When you can read other people's nunchi, you know when not to antagonize them or when not to ruffle their feathers, and this really helps preserve peace and Aronson. It's different for people who are really close. If you're really close, you can say whatever you want. You can express negative opinions. You can express negative opinions about each other, and that's okay because you're really close. But in a general setting, people do not often express their opinions, and if they do, they will often express positive ones or ones that people generally would agree with. And if someone does disagree, they will not express that disagreement because they want to preserve a peaceful atmosphere. Foreigners don't really know about that and aren't very good at it. In the years I've been in Korea, I have worked really hard on improving my own self-censorship. But it's really hard. Especially in the US, we are very much encouraged to express our opinions, to think critically, and to say how we feel. Modern psychology also tells us that the expression of our feelings is good for us and is good for other people. It's good to hear the truth. It's good just to say what we need to say. That kind of clashes with the Korean mentality. You can even tell from my videos. Sometimes I talk about controversial things or things that are unpopular. Sometimes I say things that other people just don't want to say out loud. And that's my kind of Western, Americanness coming out. I find it very hard to not say what I want to say, but I have gotten better at it in some respect. The social dynamics in Korea are very tricky. Even among Koreans, they can be very tricky. I know Koreans who claim to be very bad at nunchi and they lived in Korea all their lives. Social dynamics here are really interesting, and I haven't talked that much about them, but there's a lot to know and still for me, a lot more to find out.